Let's perform another demo on voltage drop. So for this demo, this is going to be our battery again and our battery connections. We have a power cable going to a headlight bulb, and then some more cabling going to a 194 bulb, and then a ground cable. But as you can see, headlight bulb does not operate, and our small 194 bulb does. So if we disconnect the power cables going to our headlight bulb and take a measurement with the multimeter, you can see that we have got 13.9 volts going to this headlight bulb. So just like in the last demo, we have a component that has 14 volts and ground going to it, but it doesn't operate. So why is that, and how can we figure it out? So I promise this time there's no tricks involved, no resistors or anything like that. But let's go through each component and measure the voltage drop across it and see where our issue's at. So for the last demo, I showed measuring for voltage drop by keeping one lead on the ground at all times, and then going to various points within the harness and seeing what voltage we actually had at each point. And while that works, it's not always the most accurate way to see how much voltage is actually dropping across each component. So let me show you how to do that. So starting with this first cable right here, we're going to put one lead on that end of the cable, and we're going to put the other lead on the other end of the cable. So that cable is only dropping 0.0074 volts. Next, we have our actual headlight bulb. So one lead on one side of the headlight bulb and the other lead on the other side of the bulb. And you can see it is dropping 0.08 volts. So here goes our next cable between the two bulbs. We put one lead on one end and the other lead on the other end. That cable is only dropping 0.01 volt. And now for our other bulb. We put one lead on one end of the bulb and the other lead on the other end. That bulb is dropping 13.86 volts. So that is where most of the system is being consumed, through this one bulb. So in this demo, this bulb can be viewed as excessive resistance. So this is going to be your corrosion, your poor terminal tension, a connector that's not fully connected, anything that causes excessive resistance in the circuit. So if we repair the circuit by removing the excessive resistance, you can see that our headlight bulb now works. And we can achieve the same results by using a resistor in place of that small bulb. So as you can see, with everything hooked up and the resistor in place, our headlight bulb does not work again. And if we measure the voltage drop across this resistor, you can see it is dropping almost 13 volts. So just to simplify the circuit and make it a little bit easier to understand, this bulb cannot operate with this bulb in series because this bulb's resistance is too high for it to push through. And I had this bulb on the ground side originally, but you can see you get the same results with it on the positive side as well. You use your voltage drop measurement to find your excessive resistance, and then you take that resistance out of the circuit, and the circuit operates the way that it should. Hope this helps, and if you found this interesting, then follow me for more.